we see a storm-struck sky, and beneath the roiling thunder and lightning, we see a city. It is illuminated suddenly by the lightning, leaving an impression there ghostly before turning hazy grey once again. We see the city of Agistel. And from within its towering structure, we hear a voice. Moon sickle rise, revenge call I call revenge, rise, sickle moons. Above we see the crescent moons, the sickle moons, either side of the single full moon. The three that shine over MainRealm. The voice belongs to a tall, powerful-looking tiefling woman who stands upon a regal set of stairs that sweep up to a great throne. This is what you see before you, Ansel, as the words that always used to summon you have been uttered once again. I am the Queen of Ireland, she utters, looming above you. Malvara, issue of the Devil's Line. I call upon the echo of the Sickle Moon. I would have vengeance, and it is your purpose to deliver it. Another roll of thunder, another fork of lightning crackles in the great window behind the throne. She looks down upon a figure that has emerged from a towering mirror that is erected at the foot of the throne. You are the figure that has just stepped through it, Ansel. Can you please describe what Ansel looks like? As a reminder.
Yes, of course. Ansel is, to your eyes at least, when you behold him, a tall, pretty much hairless figure. He has certainly no hair on his face, and his body is covered, of course, with clothes. And he is not quite unnaturally tall, but certainly tall for a human. He is also thinner than you might normally expect. Sort of uncomfortable arrangement, almost like a spider in proportion, with long arms and long legs. Slightly hunched. But it's his eyes that are particularly piercing. When they make contact with you, it's difficult to look away at times. But if you do look away, and usually out the corner of your eye, you might almost think that he's expanding, growing, his limbs getting longer, and his shadow stretching before him. Indeed, his shadow doesn't always seem to follow his movements exactly. And sitting on his shoulder, there is a small furred creature, matted and crack-toothed. This is Ansel and his small coterie, I suppose.
Very good. And she looks down upon you and says, "Greetings, Knave of the Sickle Moon. I have done as the legends foretold. I have uttered your words to call on your service. But I had hoped that my words would be heard by others. Heard by the strangers. Will you admit them through the mirror?"
If you wish to speak to the strangers, and they are willing to come, of course. Although I would warn, those words you spoke have not been said for some time, and regret, more often than not, followed.
You look to the side of you and already you can see two reflections echoing, you might say, in the surface behind you. And stepping through, first of all, there is another figure. Mike, can you please describe Sylaster as somehow he is brought through to another place?
Yes, this figure who emerges is almost kind of dwarfed by Ansel's height and presence. This is a figure who is very slender, what we would say average in height, who's from appearance is wearing very plain dark trousers, a plain shirt, but what sets him apart is this long black coat with a fur trim, hooded, and beneath the hood you can see just a shock of white hair, and if you look even closer you can just make out the point of elvish ears against the hood of the jacket. The figure himself doesn't seem to stand with as much presence as Ansel does. He seems to be surveying the room immediately through appearing, looking to observe and gauge those around him. You can see his eyes immediately shifting to every person he can see, every viable position. But he believes he's already gauged and sized up the room. And you can just see his hands clenched in fists at his sides.
Upon your other side, Ansel, you see another figure emerging through the shining reflection. Matt, can you describe Obsidian as he arrives in the throne room of Agistel?
Obsidian is a little more hunched, perhaps, than once he was. His clothes seem a little more loose-fitting than last we saw him, but he is clad in what looks like quite tarnished, damaged, but decent sort of leather attire, long kind of jacket with a sort of Victorian shoulder cloak, a flat-brimmed hat, and a bird mask akin to a raven skull, that of a plague doctor of the medieval era. And there appears to be just a slight aura of green energy around him at all times. And sat on his shoulder is a small red imp.
The red imp is probably the most at home in this surrounding, for there is an almost infernal element to the fires that burn from the braziers around you. Welcome, all. Welcome, strangers, Queen Malvara says. You will forgive me drawing upon the power of the echo, but I would have words with you. I announce you Obsidian the Dread Necromancer, Sylaster the Snow Elf assassin, and Ansel, the Knave of the Sickle Moons. The strangers, not obscure in lore, and among the wise you are known to be powerful agents of change. If my reading serves, in the West, the strangers vanquished Savage Doom, the twisted, druidic cult of Father Wolf. There, they were said to have wandered in the Valley of the Prophet and seen visions of the future. They saved Valdenor, the oldest city in the world, from falling into a heretical faction of the Watch, and drove Darrick Redhaven himself, a master vampire and author of all of these machinations, to his cursed castle, and there fought him to prevent the dawning of a new apocalyptic age. An age that will now be upon us very soon, regardless. I am Queen Malvara, and I am the true-born ruler of this land. But the powers of the Nine have looked upon my independence here with greed. And that is why I have summoned you here this night. This night, when the power of the Sickle Moon is at its height. I task you with a mission of vengeance. But as I understand you are aligned with the cause of the common good, you will be pleased to know that this plight I will offer you will align with that. I would have you seek out the Idolaters. These are emissaries sent to this plane from each of the 9 circles of hell. Here for many years they have served at my pleasure within my court. Hell's influence on this plane. But now they seek to supplant me, and they've even risen up against me with infernal forces. This treachery cannot be suffered to continue. I call upon your great power to rid me of this menace, to act where it would be perhaps foolish of me to do so, to give me plausible deniability, and in return, I will do something that the Court of Whispers, your old allies, I shall do unto them the favour that I have denied them for so many years. Rid me of the Idolaters, and I will pledge the forces of Ireland, the might of the Pentad itself, to the cause, to fight the Dominion. What would you say?
Well, as I'm sure you know, having called me here in the method that you did, I find myself struggling to resist the call of vengeance, but I cannot speak for my allies, my friends.
She looks to Sylaster and Obsidian also. Would you do me this service, strangers? It has come to my knowledge that you fight to bring about a change in this world and to prevent Armageddon. Will you serve your Queen of the South?
As Ansel says, and as I feel we are, yes, searching for support for this coming threat. But I speak for myself. If we are to enter a contract, then I will be obliged to serve you regardless.
I'm so glad you have said that. And with a click of her fingers, a blazing parchment materializes from flame before you. And what of you, Obsidian, shepherd of the dead? Would you pledge the souls that you harvest to my cause?
I am a man in search of the ability to better protect those whom I feel I have in the past failed. If what you offer is a means toward that, and if my team are interested, then I will happily pledge my service.
I would hazard to say that it goes beyond interest. For it has reached my ears, and I'm sure the ears of you and your allies. The tide of war has changed, and that the Dominion, making a pact with terrible forces in the Rush Front, have allowed them to redeploy their forces in an area they have yet to move upon. A yet to be discovered target. With this development, it means that an entire war force of the Dominion will be striking somewhere across the plane of MainRealm. The forces of the Reclamation cannot meet this demand. I hold the key, but I offer it not to them. I offer it to you. It seems that we have an accord, but I would have you mark this agreement. And the parchment flickers. Have no fear. This is not some devil's trick. This is just a symbolic gesture of service.
Obsidian smiles as he looks at his devil trick.
Very good. We to sign the parchment, does that be...
Yeah, a flaming quill appears that is not hot for you to touch, but with it you can...
It's not hot.
You can sign, but you don't have to, but she's asking.
What else is on the parchment? Just out of curiosity, not to say that Ansel will not sign.
Upon it is written a deed of service to destroy the hellish emissaries known as the Idolaters. They are 7 in number, and you can see that their names are listed in accordance to the circle of hell that they serve. And it is just that. There doesn't appear to be any small print. It is you agreeing to terminate these individuals.
Ansel will work almost immediately on the production of the required parts of it, and he signs, but he doesn't sign Ansel, he signs the Knave of the Sickle. That is what they've summoned.
Sylaster will take the quill from Ansel and just immediately sign it his full name, Sylaster for Luna. And then present the quill to Obsidian.
Obsidian will take the quill in his gloved hand, and he will consider for a moment. But it is just a moment. It's like a mild, slight hesitation. But then he has confidence in his friends and will sign, and he just signs Graves.
Appropriate.
As he is in between, he's having a crisis of who he is at the moment a little bit.
Very good. I am pleased. I shall not forget this show of promise. I hope to reward you in bringing everything that I offer you and more in return. Now to business. It has not escaped my notice that the magical Castle Redhaven, has fallen into the hands of, well, a powerful force of adventurers. I come to understand that the castle now belongs to you. It is well that one of these idolaters, the first on that list to be precise, can be found not far from your new residence. To the north of your position, there is an ancient settlement known as Stoneseat. For many years, that settlement has blazed. For many, many years ago, it caught with sudden flame and has never stopped burning since. It is there, I am told, one of the idolaters resides, having somewhat of a connection with the former Lord Nomorator of Castle Redhaven. I would urge you to travel north and bring about a decisive end to this Gurgle Gut, as he is known. He is an Amnizu, a foul, debauched menace of the infernal plains. And while he might seem a weak creature, I would urge you not to underestimate such a creature, for what he lacks in physical strength, he more than makes up for in callous cruelty and cunning. Travel to Stoneseat and bring about an end to this pathetic creature. And once you have done, I would bid you join me in my court here in Agistel and help me repel the remaining forces of the idolaters. Go now, but do not tarry. It is as you have learned from the very beginning. The apocalypse is nigh. And suddenly the reflective vision that the three of you seem to have been pulled through seems to dissipate. And you, the strangers, find yourselves reunited for the first time in a month. We find the strangers return to the land of Orenthale, the mentioned land to the west that Malvara had suggested. And where you land from your displacement, you are placed north of the Hollow Descent, the great mountain on which the Castle Redhaven was built upon.
We haven't seen Bogram in a while, I suppose. This is just the first time. Is his corpse-mobile with him as well, or...?
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
There is no sign of the Necro Wagon.
That's it, the Necro Wagon.
Oh.
So you have found yourselves reunited north of the Hollow Descent, where Castle Redhaven is constructed above. This is the first time in a month that you have seen each other since the great battle against Darrick Redhaven. And in that time, you have been up to a lot of things. We will probably discover what the three of you have been up to as we go along. But for the time being, I would like to hear your reactions to being rejoined together for the first time since that fateful day.
Although Sylaster isn't the most charismatic of individuals, he does notice. His wisdom is, and sensing a room is pretty on point, and he immediately notices this physical change in Obsidian. He doesn't mention it, of course. Sylaster's not so forthcoming to be like, you look different, but he notices it. He notices the Necro Wagon isn't there. He sees Ansel is just as imposing as he was when we finished in the castle. But Sylaster, awkward to kind of say, hey, welcome back, instead just goes, there's your Necro Wagon, Obsidian.
Straight to business.
So have we met out of the castle now? We've sort of gathered, like you said, just north of...
You're at the foot of the start of the rise to the castle, yeah.
Okay. So, Obsidian obviously doesn't have the Necro Wagon, but he is accompanied. He is astride his new mount, which is a very large war horse, or at least it used to be.
Are you going to say warthog?
It's a very large warthog. No. It used to be a very large warhorse. Now it is the skeleton of a warhorse that appears to be giving off a sort of green necromantic energy. And he is riding that, and he is accompanied by two skeleton dire wolves. But these skeleton dire wolves seem to move with more grace than skeletons usually do. And they have, along with his usual green necromantic energy, they have a kind of red blaze in their eyes, a kind of fiendish look to them. So he says, unfortunately, the Necro Wagon has not arrived, but I do have my own transport. Not quite as comfortable.
So long there, though.
But if you feel like riding a couple of wolves, you're very welcome. They are large.
An interesting proposition, for sure.
Otherwise, I think we have a bit of a trek.
And by the way, It's lovely to see you both. Ansel spreads his arms for a hug, and his arms just keep going and going.
Sylaster sort of freezes on the spot and just sort of goes a little bit like, okay, we're doing this.
I mean, if you don't want to.
He doesn't say no.
Obsidian doesn't even need to get off the horse, does Ansel just wraps his Yeah, give him a great big hug.
The man's got a 10-foot wingspan, so it's when he's at full reach, he
Stretch Armstrong.
Yeah,
It's amazing. It's been a while. It's been a while. Although it's at the same time, it's gone quite quickly.
it's
With the
gone
looming-
quite slowly for me.
The looming deadline and all. How has it?
Yes, I suspect I don't have as much familial connection to sink myself into as you, Obsidian.
Haven't seen the family, unfortunately. Well, I think it's probably for the best. A little bit dangerous and all at the moment. Waiting until things die down.
Your son will defend your family well.
Well, we shall see. He's certainly been taught a few tricks, hasn't he?
I hope he's been keeping up his training.
I mean, maybe. He was heading towards those teenage years.
The absence of the Necro Wagon, for reasons we may learn in the future, does mean that you will be heading north on foot, sort of in the wake of the towering undead warhorse that Obsidian is now astride. And you journey, and you do have somewhat of a trek ahead of you, but the journey is uninterrupted, and you find that you easily, almost too easily, fall back into the rhythms of journeying with your companions. The realm before you is in a haze, almost like the weather itself is expelling the great evil power of the fugue prism that hung over it not so long ago. Showers of rain pour down upon you as you head north, but as you go further and further, you see upon the horizon a bright light nestled within a collection of mountains, a range that looms before you. Stoneseat had been a location that you had considered investigating in your crusade against the Master Vampire, but had not got round to it. Indeed, Arcane Zarya of the Court of Valdenor had suggested that you pay a visit there. But somewhat late, but still on time for this purpose. You arrive before the yawning gates of Stoneseat, and the stories do not do the blaze justice. As you arrive, night is beginning to fall, and towering flames scorch the skies above. Stone melting into stone can be seen upon the higher reaches of the mountaintops. But where you arrive at the gates, you see that continual blazes have settled within what remains of structures, stone structures. This magical fire is very intense. You can feel the heat of it washing over you as you arrive. And this is where you need to find this idolater, this gurgle gut, this servant of the Nine Hells. What better place for such a creature to come? What do you do?
Just to say, from the minute we entered, Sylaster will be dropping into a stance called Hearing the Air, which basically means that Sylaster is... he's not seeing so much as he is like kind of using almost sonar. He's using his elvish hearing to just enhance what he can presence around him. So much so I have blind sense up to 30 feet. So it's not blind sight, it's not perfect, but it's a lot harder for enemies to get the jump on us within 30 feet because I can sense they're there, and I get plus to hearing and listen checks. So just in case of an ambush, I'm keeping that on whilst we're here. So
hear the darkness, see the silence.
Yes, exactly.
And also as a reminder, speaking of sight or sound, as Ansel walks around, any drop of shadow fills with eyes as he's able to see the unseen. So he has 6-foot dark vision, which includes invisibility as well as a detect magic at 60-foot range at all times as well.
Wow.
So together they cover quite a
Yeah.
quite a range of
forgotten all of
spectra.
this wonderful stuff. You will note that in the whole journey, Obsidian hasn't taken off his hat and mask like he often did around you guys. He's kept himself covered. He will activate his aura of fear, which will just be on constantly now. You guys are used to him, and he's not attempting to scare you, so you're not affected by it. But yeah, there's just something off-putting around him, and he will say, "Mourn, grief, scout ahead," and he will send forward his 2.
Yeah, the 2 direwolves lunge ahead.
I was wondering what they were called.
They yeah, go ahead.
Mourn and grief.
I was just going to say,
the horse is called Hallow.
Hello. Excellent. As the direwolves go forward, Ansel will turn to his own companion, Cry, and say, "New friends for you, Cry. Go along." And Cry, the Cry of the Sickle Moons, the weasel companion, will join the direwolves as maybe riding atop one of them.
Yes, yeah.
He's probably, he's only little, isn't he? He could sit inside one of their rib cages, move around it like a climbing frame.
And inside, Sylaster thinks, maybe I should get a pet. Maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
Of course. So our level 14 characters, if it hasn't been displayed by the many extra accolades and powers and familiars that they have, advance into Stone Seat. The first thing that reaches your eyes beyond that of the blazing buildings is that there is a structure sort of in the middle of a courtyard of a sorts. There is a lone stone circular wall, and above it there raises a pillar. It would be a kind of fountain if the water from it hadn't bubbled and evaporated away however many years ago that the catastrophe occurred. But despite the lack of the water, this structure is still quite familiar. You can all make a knowledge... knowledge arcana. Sylaster and Ansel, you can roll with half of your level, if that's easier. Obsidian, you can roll with all of your level, if that's easier, or better, rather.
Half my
No, Arcana is better, so... No, I still only rolled a 2. 18.
21.
You got to start off as you mean to go on, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Need a shit roll. Open things up with a shit one.
22.
Nice.
Ansel, you clock up on this the first because of the nature of this structure is something that you've encountered before. All of you have actually encountered this before. The reason why Obsidian had the slight advantage, though it didn't work here, was because this is very similar to a structure that belongs in Baldanor as well. This is a waywell. This is the reason why Arcane Zarya, last campaign, suggested that you come to Stone Seat because it would be used as a shortcut for you to get to the Hollow Descent when the countdown was on and you had to get to Darrick Redhaven in time. This, however, looks to be active, and you sense magical power, Ansel, with your gaze. Well, there does appear to be magic still within this structure. If only it could be accessed. It is said that such wells gave properties to whoever would use them, as well as the ability to, I should have said, transport from one place to another, from one city to another, from one realm to another in some cases. It would also empower you with other kinds of gifts as well.
Very cool. Ansel will point at the well and say, "Magic yet lingers in the waywell."
The coin she gave us on a chain. That was the key to the waywell, as I understood it.
I wonder if it is only linked to Valdenor, or if there are others that we can access.
No.
You can give me a history check or another knowledge arcana check.
I'll give you an arcana for that.
Same.
As will I. Oh, 33 this time.
17.
Obsidian, when magic was at its height in the pinnacle of the Second Era, it is said that the waywells were a complex network where one could travel easily from one to the other. It was a gift to the world. But as many things have in the thousands of years that have passed since that time, such effects no longer occur. But Zarya seemed confident that this effect could be harnessed once again. Yeah, you do have the coin. You do, well remembered, have a coin that was gifted to you. And yeah, it was suggested that would help you in this scenario.
Shall we inspect it?
Yeah, but is anyone else hot? It's far too hot here.
Very hot, to the point that you are noticing that it's starting to have like a bit of an effect on you. You realise that if you remain here too long, you're going to start feeling the effects of the heat, shall we say.
I miss the snow.
So what check would you like to make on the waywell?
Could Could I do a use magic device check?
Yes.
Excellent. That's my only skill. 27. On a poor roll.
Yeah, you know that introducing this this coin provided to you by Zarya would effectively just complete the circuit and bring about the power of the well, you believe. At least it would awaken it. Whether it be ready to use immediately is another matter, but this would certainly begin the process.
I'm not sure that there's any reason to activate it at the moment. I can't think of anywhere else that we need to be right at this point in time, and I certainly do not wish to go back to Valdenor.
Could be a useful escape route, should we need it, though.
Yes.
Perhaps for later, though. Which direction? There are so many streets.
What was that? That was your last check, Obsidian. Was that another Arcana roll, or was that a history roll? Can't remember.
The 33 was Arcana.
You know that if this thing is activated, it could certainly give you certain effects as well. I mentioned, but again, you might not want to activate it because you don't know what else is around here, so that could also be problematic.
Well, that's what I was thinking, that we're exploring this, that we could be snuck up on right now and ambushed.
I was going to say, do you mind if I do a listen check to see if I can hear anything in the area?
Yeah, give us a listen check. In fact, you all can.
I shall, but I'll also say trick.
I've got to get his voice, hang on. Yes, Master Obsidian.
Do a little search around and stay on the DL.
Yes, it's almost like being back home. And you'll like beat his little wings and he'll fly up and sort of he'll be looking up that great staircase. Now, what do we get for our listen checks?
37.
The cry will listen for 11. Too busy shrieking and can't hear anything.
Yeah.
Just as a point, Rob, Trick will turn at will invisible whilst he's flitting about and exploring.
Of course, yeah. So what way are you just sending him?
Just like I'll essentially. So we will have worked out a bit of a sort of repartee between us, so he'll know roughly what to do. Just stay high and get a good view of the place. Give us a bit of an idea of layout, and say if you can come back and let us know if you can see anything of note, anything living, undead. You know, anything moving.
Yeah.
And
He does.
Listen check. As always, Obsidian's listen is crap because his ears are covered. Oi! He's paying attention.
That's pretty good.
A score of 1 when he rolled a 19.
It's great. Every single one of you can only hear the distant roar. I say distant, the close roar of flames. It's so overwhelming. It's like the sound of a heavy wind blowing through hundreds and hundreds of leaves, such as like the crackle of the flames, like the roar of the tide, almost. But it just becomes this overwhelming background din. But cutting through that with a 37, Sylaster, what languages do you speak?
Oh, what languages do I speak? Give me a second. Oh, nice and simple. Common and Elven.
So, you are alarmed, Sylaster, because through the fire, through the flames, you can hear amidst that power the strange weaving of a foul tongue that is whispering through what seems like every flame that flickers around you. a horrible guttural tongue that revolts you even to hear it. And it sounds like voices are answering this call. And the answer to that call comes from directly up the staircase that the invisible Trick is looking up at the moment.
There are voices in the flames.
In the flames?
Are the flames magical?
I should say, yeah, there does appear to be an element of magic all around you, Ansel, to the point that it's almost blinding.
Yeah, Ansel will say, yes, I thought it unnecessary to mention that the fire was a magical fire. It seemed self-evident, as it's burning everything.
Yeah, it's strange to be around.
Burning forever.
The
Can
fire
Trick
knows
hear
that.
this?
That's a great question. What did Trick do? A listen check?
Nope, but he can.
Yeah, do one for me.
No, he can't.
Mouse, look at the flames! He flies around, happy in his invisible form, basking in
Flies
the
too
flames.
high.
Yeah, ever high, ever too high.
You idiot.
But yeah, he doesn't hear it. But if you would draw your attention, draw his attention to it, then maybe.
Well, is Sylaster drawing my attention to it?
He did.
I mean, Sylaster.
He said there's
Yes.
voices in the flames.
Okay, so I'll get closer. I'll come over to where you are, Sylaster. And I will listen very carefully.
Once Sylaster's able to go there and there, you're able to catch these rhythms in the crackles and the sizzling sounds of consonants and strange letters in the fire around you, but they all appear to echo and resonate from the staircase to the northeast. But not to say that there aren't other terrifying sounds coming from the other directions too.
Do I hear any language? Do I hear what Sylaster heard?
I'm so sorry. Yes, I'm guessing that
I speak Common, Infernal, and Draconic.
yes, you can. You hear the foul tongue of Infernal echoing from far away, and it's difficult from the distance for you to hear what's being said, but you do know that what is being repeated is almost like a chant, almost like a prayer, echoing over and over again in the far distance. I said the far distance in the not too distant distance.
It's a chant. A prayer of sorts. They're not just having a conversation, they're involved in something. A ritual, perhaps. Has Trick, although he didn't hear anything, has he had a little fly around and explore?
Yes, so he's able to fly up and he zips up over there. You should have his vision as... Do you have him having vision as well? Do you see what he sees?
I don't see what he sees, no.
Right, well, I'll be
I don't think you share vision anyway with a familiar.
You might not mechanically, but just for the use of using your tokens, it might be a good idea. So you should now be able to see what he can, and I will do the others for your coterie of creatures that you have with you.
So he's flitting about.
So yeah, he will come back, invisibly whispering into your ear, "Master, there was some kind of burning cathedral. It looms in the distance, and that is where the voices are centered. There are voices everywhere, but they're all pointing, sounding to the towering structure, the only structure that remains." They are calling for the pariah, they whisper, they hiss.
Did you find a safe path to get to this structure?
There is path, but narrow, yes.
Very good.
From what I can see, we can go this way, and he points, like, up the stairs, or this way, he points over here, to the direct north point there, or we can go here, and he points to a particularly dangerous looking path. As you look down there, you see that a great stone column is the only thing that bridges a deep and horrifying pool of flames and lava.
Oh, that's very Dark Souls. I like that. That's a cool image. What say you?
Sylaster never likes to take the straight route.
I do not.
First, look around the back.
Sylaster, you are the one that I would turn to when it comes to sneaking. Thoughts? Feelings?
Sneaking is useful when the enemy does not know our presence. I fear that is not the case. With the flames already speaking about our arrival, I fear it is a known quantity that
I'm not sure they're talking about our arrival, are they? They said...
They're talking about Maya.
They're chanting. I don't think that we have been overly loud. Well, either way, perhaps you could take a different path.
Sylaster will go, I will follow your path. I may just keep to the shadows a bit more.
Very good. I suggest that we don't take the direct route, but I'm not really sure I want to balance across a beam either. So what say we go in this direction to the northwest?
Yeah? You want to go that way?
Why not?
Sylaster will drop into Child of Shadow, which basically puts like a gulf of shadows against him, like a cloak. And although it doesn't mean he can hide in plain sight, it just means he can hide against terrain, so he'll do a hide check to advance.
Yeah, you can definitely give me a hide and move silently to mask your approach as Sylaster takes point.
Hide is low for me, 31. And move silently, 29, 2 5s.
I'm making a note. Yeah, very good. Like a ghost, like a wraith of Arvenath that you are, Sylaster. Returned from the realm of the elven dead as you are, you move without a trace. And beyond, you see ahead of you what looks like a monastery of some kind. Is the only way I can describe it. A humble-looking building with a set of double doors. Certainly a place of faith. It is unrecognizable to what god, because the stone has like melted around it and stuff. But yeah, there is a set of double doors that is upon the very edge of another yawning pit into the flames. You're passing buildings and you can see that most of them are barely worth mentioning, like they're all just ashen and rubble, but you do see that there's corners and alcoves to explore should you wish, but that's really all you see as you approach up there. Ansel and Obsidian, as you follow, nothing really bothers you. You're content that Sylaster has point for now. What next?
I will summon a spectral hand. There's a small hand just floats around. There's no need to put it up on the map or anything. Just because...
Yeah. That saves me
It'll be another token to move. There's no need.
Sure thing.
You just treat it as a ranged attack if it comes up.
Sylaster is going to use his high check to peek around this corner.
Oh, apologies, I shouldn't have stepped so close. I just didn't want to be right on that flame.
Caught fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you reach that point, there's that, like I say, there's yawning drops either side of you, and yeah, there appears to be a staircase that leads up to the level that the staircase you saw before goes up, the same sort of height, and then there beyond is those doors as well.
He'll just, you can see there's an entrance here, so he's going to just make sure that it looks relatively empty. So he'll just go here and then just pop his head around. And seeing that he can't see any immediate danger, will then go back and beckon, like, come on.
Say that like you'd already told us to move.
Well, there is a door. Thoughts? Door?
I'm not wearing gloves, so I am going to open that.
I'll give it a go.
Can I back of your hand first? Back of your hand.
Back of the hand.
Can I attempt to open this door
Of course you can.
silently?
Of course you can. Do a move silently check first.
My move silently is only 4, but we'll see. It's a 6, that's a 2.
Sylaster winces.
Well, you can feel free to click the door.
Ah, there we go. Yeah, sorry.
He
just goes.
He rattles
He rattles it, and you see with alarm that smoke immediately begins to rise from where your beautiful black gloves touch the door. Sylaster, you absolutely got my little trick. That was going to be what I was going to say. Your hand burns from the touch of the door. Obsidian, you'll save that, but yeah, this door is locked. You can see, and with a bit of a rattle too. It seems heavy and metal.
Can I... You don't mind if I make a bit of noise, do you?
No,
It's
but there is...
It's quite noisy here anyway, isn't it? So I think you'd be drowned out if it's not too loud.
There are some windows around the corner into there.
It's your choice. I can try and shatter the lock.
Tell you what, if I don't see anything in there, I'll let you know and shatter away.
Okay.
So Sylaster's just going to go up here. He's going to peek around the stairs. Again, using the same...
same checks. That's absolutely fine.
He doesn't see anything immediately there. So instead, he's going to... just move across, and he's looking through these windows.
Well, now you do see something. Right on the edge of your vision, you catch the glimpse of something.
Yeah, right at the back there is something in there.
There's something in there. You can give me a knowledge the planes check if you have it.
I do not, so I will not.
Straight... No, you wouldn't know then in that case. So, yeah. All you see is this deeply ugly creature. It is almost as wide as it is tall, but it is still tall, on the top end of medium. It bears a really large... Let me see what it actually has. A large great axe. And shield. This thing has great horns that curl from the front of its head all the way down its back. And it's not alone. There appears to be a cohort of them. Sort of standing...
Yes, Sylaster can see 4. So he's pointing 4 to the two of them.
Yeah, standing in a kind of almost like formation, like guards would on vigil, just standing there. It doesn't take much for you to put 2 and 2 together that this must be some kind of infernal hateful creature that's lying in wait, but what kind, you don't know, but some of the others might know if they get a glimpse of them.
What did Trick glimpse them at all?
Oh, yeah, Trick can look, can't he? Of course. So, Trick will look, and then you feel the beating of his wings almost as soon as he leaves. And with a worried voice, he will say, Master Obsidian, we must take care. We must not go inside there. I didn't mean to rhyme, but it worked out pretty great.
When he's worried, he automatically slips into.
Yeah. They are terrible. They are known as the Legion Devils.
Legion Devils. Legion Devils.
Yeah,
Would you allow me...
Knowledge the planes.
Oh dear. I only have Arcana and Religion. So that is a no.
Yeah, you're able to sort of like maybe peer from where you are, maybe catch like a glimpse of one of these things in the distance. They are...
Yeah, I'm going to move to here, but I'm just peeking. I'm not actually stepping out.
Yeah, that's fine. You just look around and you see them. They appear to be garbed in armour as well. Heavily armoured and armoured. Armed and armoured.
I can't see anything from the square I'm in.
Oh, okay. Well,
Sylaster will... He's like going. If you move into my square, Sylaster's going to point for you and go there. So you step into my square.
There you go. So for the purpose of the there we are, for the camera, I've just zoomed them in so you can see some of them, and they are not very nice looking.
I'm in your square, Sylaster. I still can't bloody see them.
Oh, there's one there.
His eyesight's not so good.
It's that mask.
You clean your mask, Bogram. There's one there.
Oh, back there. I was looking over in.
There's one over here.
I completely misunderstood what direction we were looking in. I apologise. Yeah.
Sylaster literally turns your head and goes, over.
No, I can see them from where I am. I'm just being entirely stupid. Yeah, okay.
Adjusting your mask as well. There you go.
Okay. What's our best plan of attack here?
We use
some attacks from range.
You pretty much have an army with you, Obsidian. You could send them through the front. Ansel and I can make our way in through the sides, catch them at the same time in a flank. Or if Ansel's going to shatter the door and clap you.
I think that I could manage to shatter the door. I rather like the idea of a full frontal assault while you two come in at the sides. That's pretty cool. I'm down.
Then would you permit me just a few moments to get into position?
Trick.
Yes.
Go with Sylaster. When he tells you that he is ready, you come and give me the signal.
Yes.
Good devil.
Very good. Well, in that case then, if you'd like to arrange yourselves where you would like to be, for the purposes of going along the side of the building, any further from where you are, Sylaster, on that side is going to require a check to continue on that end. Of course, to get across it will require a jump check.
Sylaster, seeing as we've got just a bit of time to do this, will use his shadow stride, as he almost seems to, although it's a teleport, I've always described it as sort of like rapid anime speed. It's like he seems to just appear in another place.
Yeah.
So Sylaster will use that to move into position here, so he can just see across. And if you need me to do a further check, like a hide check or something, I will. But...
let's see. I'm happy for you to keep the result unless you want to reroll.
No, I mean Sylaster doesn't know, so
That's fine, yeah.
he's keeping as is, and then he'll drop into his assassin's stance, and then he'll give like a nod to the air because I think Trick's still invisible, so he's like,
Can you
He's
give
on the
me?
other side of you, Sylaster.
Can you give me a spot check, Sylaster, as you approach now from that angle? You would see something that you wouldn't have previously.
yes, 11.
You don't see anything different, other than you can see a bit further into the back of that room, and you see that there is like an altar, and behind it a dais with a strange plinth with eerie markings on it. But other than that, that's all you see.
For a moment, Ansel appears to be in two places at once, and then the illusion that he's left behind fades, and Sylaster finds that Ansel is stood in front of him.
Yeah.
With his dimension door ability.
Oh, Ansel. Oh, how I love him.
Okay, so you're all sort of in position there, so what's the plan?
I think once Obsidian breaks the lock and announces his presence, I would guess that's go.
Okay, so let's move to the matter of breaking the lock then, I suppose. It's a large, heavy metal door. What do you do?
Okay, so I suspect it has a hit points and hardness and all of that, but then it also has a break DC.
Yeah.
Is that right? So it's either attack it and do damage, or just a strength roll.
Yeah, you just strength to force the
Or
door
standard-
open, or you can just
or
do
a
damage to
standard
smash your way in it. Yeah.
My guys have a strength of... They have a strength of +9, a break DC of whatever. So the first one rolls a 22 for the break DC.
Damn!
And the second one only gets a 15,
Bows
unfortunately.
in the frame with the first one. The second one isn't very good, but the first one bows in the frame slightly. Good, but not quite the DC required to get through. Not far off. But with that, Sylaster and Ansel get a new spot check as something changes, as there's the thunderous sound of the undead direwolf slamming into the door. Something changes.
18?
Ansel, do you want to do the check?
I think you should.
16.
At the sound, you notice, I don't know if you can see where I'm highlighting,
Yeah.
you see that there appears to be a fiery mist begins to appear at the sound of like an alarm. No, rather that it's reacting to the sound being made by the wolves. Something's happening inside, and you can see that the Meragon within almost like jump to even further attention at the sound. Dang! As the second wolf hits the door.
Sylaster's going to whisper to Ansel, just like old times, eh?
You let me know when it's another round for them to try again.
Absolutely, yeah. So the wolves like slide about and snarl and then lunge again.
21.
Bang! Bounce
21.
off. Bang!
Together.
Bounce off the door.
Oh my god.
Right,
I should just be doing damage, I suppose, but I was trying to do a break DC.
Yeah, you're not. You're
so,
really not far. You're not far off what you need. That's the upsetting thing. But
Because their strength is so very high.
whilst that's happening, Sylaster and Ansel, you're like sort of peering through these windows at this sort of weird firing smoke that appears at this altar, and beyond you see that a figure starts to manifest. And then, behold, you see the most disgusting-looking creature just emerge from his means of transport. What the blazes is going on here, then? You see the most disgusting, overweight-looking devil you've ever seen in your entire life. He's got massive robes, a giant gut, and he has almost like a frog-like bulbous neck. Really, really tiny horns at the front of his head. And in his hand, his clawed hand, there's sloshes like some kind of hellish-looking cognac in a goblet. And he goes, "On the blade is knocking on my door. Why are we being disturbed here, Legion?" And the Meragon all say uniformly at once, "There appears to be an intruder, Lord. Gurglegut, there appears to be someone at our bleeding door, is what you mean." And he doesn't seem particularly happy with the interruption. "How can it be that there's someone knocking on our door in the middle of this blazing heat?" Is it that word that I need all of you to do a fortitude saving throw, please, as you have been in this atmosphere for a certain amount of time?
Is it a spell or a spell-like ability?
No, it's just bleeding hot.
Just hot.
Aha! Sylaster will use his mind over body to use a concentration check instead.
Oh, but yes, of course. That old chestnut.
Ooh, yeah, otherwise.
It's 15 for
Okay.
Ansel.
39.
16.
The one who didn't need it.
Obsidian.
So, you have all passed, I'm glad to say. However, you can't help but get the feeling that those checks are going
will
to
get higher.
come back,
Yeah.
and they're going to get higher. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not aware of any of you having endure elements or similar power.
No,
Ansel has fire resistance now.
my wolves do.
Oh.
If you have fire resistance, that works the same.
If fire resistance is active, then it won't.
It covers temperate environmental
There
stuff.
you go, then, Ansel. I'm sorry. Then, in that case, I didn't realise you won't be affected at all. Then this is just like a normal day for you.
My
It's
wolves
a new
are
ability.
the same. They have it as well. So that's why they're not bothered by the door either.
Weirdly, for a snow elf, I don't even know the element's cold.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember
Hence
that
the
being
coat.
weird. Yeah. What shall we do, Lord? Shall we go and open? Shall we go? No! Don't bloody open the door. That's what they want. Just stand.
Kind of like that it's creating turmoil just to sort of against the door.
They're massive dials.
Even if it's not quite breaking through, it's creating a kind of effect, and I'm good with it. Can they go again?
Yeah, of course they can. They can make another check. Absolutely.
19 and 14. Oh, come on, boys.
Bang, bang, bang. They just clank against it, but aren't having a good time with it, unfortunately. The devil inside this gurgle gut just downs whatever is in his glass, and he casts it aside into the wall, and it smashes there. And he says, "Well, don't just bleeding stand there. Form up, you fools. I want you to meet whatever is waiting for us out there with the fury of the Nine. If you remember, it's temperament." And they begin to form up by the looks. Is there anything that you want to do?
I'm creating a distraction, so I'm just going to keep
That's it,
doing what I'm
yeah.
doing.
So
for these
that's
guys,
happened.
really.
Sylaster and Ansel, you're still waiting for the doors, aren't you, to trigger the...
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
understandable. That's fine. So, it seems like the doors will stay like straining under the continued impact of these dire wolves. You can now
Yeah, I'm
do
gonna give up on the idea of doing straight strength and getting the break DC because it's just not going to happen. So instead, they're going to attack the door and do damage to it instead. So I will just roll double the damage because they're both attacking.
Okay.
So this is both their attacks in one. So take off whatever hardness was. So 29 minus 2.
Okay, I don't mind telling you it's hardness 10, so that is 19. Yeah, they just smash into it, and they bend and rip in their frames horribly, but don't quite fall through yet. But you're confident.
Oh, actually, 1 second. That's also an extra 2d6, which is cold damage, which I suspect will do something strange because the door's so hot. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Hot metal instantly magically cold. It's got to do damage to you, right?
Yeah.
So that's an extra 5, 6, 7 points of damage.
Bam! The doors are thrown open by the direwolves, who, with the impact, skitter on inside. And beyond, you see the cackling, gross form that Sylaster and Ansel have already got their eyes on Obsidian. You see Gurgle Gut, one of the idolaters, staring at you, and he says, "What the blazes are you doing here? What is the meaning of this?"
Sylaster's going to give the nod to Ansel, and we'll just take a round, unless there is initiative.
Well, they have done checks to see if they could spot you, and they haven't. So you, Sylaster and Ansel, you may act in surprise round because Obsidian is in plain view. He doesn't, unfortunately. But Sylaster and Ansel, you.
Obsidian will make a big entrance as his walls bash the doors down, and he saunters in, sort of casually walking forwards, and looks quite hunched. And he will have his hands out to the side and just blaze with necromantic energy.
Sylaster will give a quick nod to Ansel, like, you or me.
Just a quick question about the windows. Can you attack through the windows? Are they solid? Are they glass? Or are they empty holes?
They are empty of glass. They are just the frames, metal frames.
Fantastic. Either way around, it doesn't really matter because we've got a surprise attack, right? So we can both go.
Yeah, you can both go.
Ansel will step over the fire here. And you notice he walks up as if he's walking over a little bridge, as he uses the new ability to fly over the lava.
Incredible.
And then he will say to the shade, "Sick'em," and the shade will leap into the window and start ripping into this closest one's shadow, which causes him all sorts of discomfort.
It's incredible. It's like a jump scare because all the attention's on Obsidian, and all of a sudden, bam! Through the window, the shade comes through and starts mauling him. Do your attacks.
So it's not attacks. It's just puts his saves to -2 and his AC to -2.
Of course.
As we begin Ansel's gradual whittling down of people's ability. And while Ansel will just fire a sickening blast through the window at the... what did you say they're called, sorry?
So he's in Amnizu. I'll put it in the chat. But his name is Gurgle Gut. Amnizu.
And what about the soldier, the Legion?
They're the Meragon, but yeah, you can just call them Legion Devils.
The Legion Devil, then I shall launch an Eldritch Blast at a Sickening Blast.
Okay, so the Sickening Blast goes after the after one of the Legion ones. Okay, cool.
Yeah, just the one by the window. 25 to hit.
Oh my goodness. So 25 is... And that's against his touch, is it?
It is against his touch, and he is a -2 AC as well.
Yeah, that is a hit on his touch. Yeah, absolutely. It just slams into him.
My next question is, what's the date, Rob?
Oh,
Where is the sickle moon in the sky?
Well, exactly. There was a sickle moon in the sky. So the date. No, it is the 30th of Night Song. So yes, it is the first night of a new rising sickle moon that hang above you. As it hangs in the sky, it empowers you, as it always has done.
It does indeed, and 30 points of damage as the moon lights the already blazing area. And if the Legion is able to be sickened, he must make a fortitude save.
Okay, how much?
DC 21.
So, that's a fail. However, I'm going to roll 5 more times.
Oh!
Fail. Fail. Success. They all appear to react at the same time, being struck from this power, and they all seem to react to the same effect that is upon him. However, they combine their saves. So where one of them is going to be sickened, another one protects it from their roll, which is a success. So he goes to be sickened, and then like it just gets absorbed into the Legion, and suddenly all of their terrible eyes turn to look out of the window where the blast came from.
And just to double check, that was with a -2 to the save, wasn't it? That he succeeded.
Yes, it would have been a success anyway, yeah.
Great. Cool, that's me then.
But the damage was significant and rippled through them. But yes, that was your surprised actions. Sylaster, what do you do in the surprise?
Okay, Sylaster will, in that instance this all going on, he will drop into his cloak of deception, turning invisible for this surprise round. And he will then use his Shadow Stride. So as a swift action, he turns invisible. As a move action, he teleports anywhere within line of sight. Which, at the moment, the only place that would do him any service is right there. He is going to attack this creature here.
Ah, yes, okay. So you zip behind them, so you're standing by Gurgle-Gut and one of the Maragon, and then you go to strike.
Am I hitting him flat-footed? Because I'm invisible.
You absolutely are hitting him flat-footed. This is your surprise action round, yes?
Yes. 22 flat-footed.
22 flat-footed is still a hit. Yeah, you get him on the flat-footed. Bam! You slam into him.
Perfect. In that case, can he make a fortitude save, DC 24?
Yes, they can.
Whittle them down.
Is it they because they're non-binary, or they because they are all together? Or both?
All apply. Sorry, what
Does this mean
24.
Does this mean that they all have to fail for anything to work?
At the moment, by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it also may be that if one of them fails, they all suffer. Because you live by the sword, you die by the sword.
Well, no, because if one of them, several of them failed against your thing.
Yeah, but
one of them succeeded.
So if all of them fail, they will all suffer it, potentially.
You go to make your strike, and your attack lands, but the power behind it, he meets the save. Because one of them does.
That's okay. I still hit with a sneak attack and enhanced damage. Sylaster goes to use a new maneuver called Death in the Dark, where he essentially attempts to deliver a punch through the creature's heart from behind.
Oh, that's a shame.
But because he resists, he can't kind of get through the chest, and instead
just punches him in the spine.
Just punch him to the back. Yeah. Well, you still do damage, right? I guess.
Yes, I have sneak attack because of assassin stance, and I still get extra damage, just not as much as I would like.
Fantastic.
So that's 2 plus that. $49 points of damage from the punch.
Bam! You just smash into the back of this thing. Its armor caves in. Its back caves in. But as it crunches in, it's almost like there's a ripple of energy shared amongst all of them, and it is absorbed into the pool that they all share. As you explode into the room, Gurglegut spins around and goes, "What are the 9 hells? What are you waiting for? Kill them!" And that is where we're going to take a very short break. But first of all, let us just say hello and welcome to Roll the Bones. My name is Rob, and I'm joined as ever by, well, once again, by the strangers, Mike, Matt, and John. And we will be right back to face one of the idolaters after these short messages. Sylaster, you have appeared by Gurglegut, smashed into one of them and turned to face one of the idolaters. What do you do?
Oh, I will start with a strike. No, I won't. As a swift action, I am going to drop into the Pearl of Black Doubt as Sylaster remembers what happened against the Miasma of Death before and channels his mind to that obelisk at his home to brace himself for incoming attacks. And then he is going to strike at the Meragon in front of him.
Yes.
Who I would imagine is still flat-footed.
Still flat-footed, he is yet to act.
Sylaster, seeing his death in the dark didn't work, will now follow it up with a greater insightful strike as he goes for a palm and attempts to just break the creature in front of him.
Okay.
22, which I believe was the same as last time.
Yeah, you smash into his flat-footed. You beat the what you need. You hit him.
Excellent. You may not remember this, but a greater and strikeful strike is actually damage-wise the equivalent to twice a concentration check.
Oh yes, I remember this. Oh. I remember this very much.
Fucking hell.
Behold. An 8 and a 1.
Oh my
49
God.
points of damage.
Still play the damage, mate.
You just turn and smash into him, and you see the damage ripples through all of them, and they all go as the strike is insanely powerful. They're still alive, but oh my God, insane damage there. Goodness me.
Excellent. And then he's just going to brace himself for any possible attacks.
You turn and see that Gurglegut is going, "Fool! You're a fool to come here!" And he just lunges at you, who got 24 on his initiative. Moves quickly for a big guy. It's just going to try and grab hold of you with a touch attack. What is your touch armor class, Sylaster?
23.
Okay. That is a fumble.
Hey.
So he stumbles at you and tries to get his mitts on you, but that is a fumble. But it's on a touch attack. And he was trying to cast a spell. So let's just roll it anyway and see what happens. Oh, it would help if I had the table. God damn it. Please roll a D100 for me, Sylaster. You do the honours.
56.
Okay, so that is a... He's not holding a weapon, so that doesn't count. Reroll.
Ooh. 54.
He's not holding a weapon. Reroll.
18.
Okay, he's got to make a DC 20 dexterity check or fall prone. He passes. So he swipes at you. That's a 17 on the die. So he swipes at you, but you're able to move out of the way as he tries to lay his horrible mitts on you, and some hellish energy ripples from it, but you evade it. That is his turn. That was Gurglegut. It is now all of the Legion devils as they act as Legion. They advance. One of them is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to there. And 5, 10. Yeah, he's just going to throw what looks like a vicious javelin at you, Obsidian. What is your armor class?
Very good question. My armor class is 19.
You're able to dash aside as a javelin goes past you and through the open door behind you. But another one is going to attempt to do exactly the same. But this time against one of your wolves, the one on the left. So he's going to throw a javelin. Piercing damage against a skeleton, but still he's going to try it. That is a...
Their armor class is 18.
It's possibly a critical, but you can't critical, so that's just a normal hit. So it will do 9 points of piercing damage. Does any of that get through?
Is it magic?
Good question. That isn't.
Because
no,
although they're skeletons, they are not in any way subject to bludgeoning damage like normal skeletons because they are imbued with demonic energy. So only their damage reduction can only be overcome by magic.
No magic on this one. So yeah, it doesn't in that case. Yeah. So
which one did it hit? Let's divide them up. Let's give them
the one on the left.
Okie dokie. Just want to give them like... How can we... Oh yeah, we can give them colours, can't we? So if I say that one's blue and that one's green. So blue is mourn and green is grief.
Very good. This one moves to the window and manages to get there in his movement and is going to try and do exactly the same, throwing a javelin at you, Ansel. What is your armor class?
My armor class is 17.
How do you defend yourself as it comes sailing over the flames towards you but misses, or you block it?
I think he misjudges how gangly Ansel is, and just as he aims at the body of Ansel, Ansel will just sort of like stretches out, and it just like it goes between his torso and his limbs, or a limb, I guess.
I love that. This one doesn't know what to do and can't fight this strange shadow that's upon it. So he is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he's just going to do his best to try and seal Sylaster in that corner. You see that a vicious great axe comes sailing down at you, Sylaster. Armor class again?
Against him, 27.
Okay. Yeah, this vicious-looking axe comes down. But you parry, block. How do you do it?
He's in the Pearl of Black Doubt, so he's every miss. So he missed the first dodge.
Yes.
He's now speeding up which means he's even better at defending
Ah.
against this one. And now, anyone else attacks him, his armor class will be 29.
This one comes at
Gets more and more cocky as more people attack him.
This
Oh,
one
yes.
comes at you from the side, the far left to you, Sylaster. A javelin comes sailing towards you.
29.
How do you dodge that one?
He's already moved. He's already just ahead of him. This just goes behind his arrogance and cockiness, as you
And then
say.
the last one
31.
misses you. So you're just whoom, whoom, just dodging all of these projectiles and stabbings and slashings. Sylaster is nowhere to be seen, dodging between every attack. That was their turn. Obsidian, it is your turn.
Okay, well, I suspect the wolves will go first.
Yep. Morning.
And let's have them both lunge forward at that one directly in front, and they will both just go for attacks. So Morn goes for a bite. 26.
Is a hit.
Lovely. And Grief will go for a bite. 18.
Is a miss. So one of them hits, one of them misses.
So Morn got a hit. And he will do 15 points of damage plus another 2 points of cold damage if that is in any way relevant. But I know that they're devils and probably will.
No, they are affected by that. Yeah, they are affected by the
Okay,
cold.
excellent. In which case, so they will take 17 points of damage overall. That one from Morn as it rushes forward, grabs a hunk of flesh and just savages. Yeah.
Very good.
That is the wolves. And now I will attempt. So, Obsidian will not move. But his spectral hand will flit and float and attempt a touch attack on Gurgle Gut.
Yeah, so it swoops across the room. Your necromantic reach has no end. Your spectral hand arrives next to him.
So this is on his touch armor class.
Aye.
30. Wow.
I think you know the answer to that. What happens?
Well, that worked out nicely.
Oh, ow.
Okay, so no more than 2 with a single touch. So he will receive 2 negative
Is
levels.
it subject to spell resistance?
Nope.
Then
It is an innovating touch class special ability. It's not a spell.
Ooh.
And there's no save for that, but there is a save to then remove them later.
Yeah, I'm just looking, and I don't think he has anything to prevent that. So, yeah, I guess that just hits him. Goodness me. Yeah. 2 negative levels.
Yeah.
Crackers.
Obsidian, literally, he just has his hand up like this, and he
Calculator.
barely moves his hand, but his spectral hand, he's just doing this, but his spectral hand is flitting around the place, and just straight through this guy.
Okay, I will do my best to make
Takes
sure
out
that
a
they're all-
small amount of his infernal soul, or of his. I guess they don't really have souls, do they, devils?
Well, it's a point of contention, a point
Devil
of debate.
equivalent.
Yes.
And that's the end of my turn.
Very good. As you inflict the power of negativity upon him, it is now Ansel's turn.
Power of negativity.
Why even bother?
Too
Why even
fat
bother?
for those trousers.
Yeah. Ansel, your turn.
Yeah, Ansel will fire a Eldritch. No, he won't. First, he will command the shade to move on the interior, rather, of the building to attach to this one. to reduce its saves. And then we will Eldritch Blast the I can't remember what they're called. Legion Devil.
Yep, the Legion Devil.
18 on its touch.
Let's see. I think you're good for its touch. Yes, easily. Yes. Yep, you get its touch.
Excellent. So that's another 30 hit points as the blast connects, and we will ask it to make another, series of fortitude saves.
So there isn't a precedent to... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
21, DC 21.
So there isn't a precedent to this, but this one has negative on his save.
Yes.
So that means everyone else you find is going to have a negative on their saves.
Excellent.
Which is quite funny.
So they're also at -2 to AC then, while the Dark
I've just suddenly realised they should be, yeah. So in that case...
well, no, because they moved away in between, so during the course of the last round, he wasn't...
What was
enough.
The DC again? It was 20...
21, but obviously...
Fail.
Oh.
And then 3 more. Fail. Fail! They all fail, so...
Yes!
You got him! So that was... Sickened? What was it?
That is sickened.
Sickened?
So, sickened is -2 to attacks, saves, checks, and weapon damage.
WD. I go back to my shorthand, which is ATSSSWD.
In addition to the -2 to saves and AC that they currently
That's already
have.
there, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
So Ansel, as he launches a blast at this devil, he says, "If you won't fall one by one, then you'll all suffer together."
And in their company they share misery, for they're all racked with pain as the power of Ansel ripples through each and every single one of them. A devastating attack. Anything else on your turn, Ansel?
Let's, as a swift action, as we're on a roll, Ansel will attempt to use Hexblade's Curse to try and curse them as well. So this will be a DC 21 will save. Obviously, they're at -4.
-4. That's a fail. That's a fail. That's a fail. Oh no! And with their strength united, such is their failure, also united, all of them fail. So Hexblade Curse is upon them.
Would you like the list of their negatives?
Yeah, please, why not?
They're -4 to attacks, -6 to saves, -4 to checks, -4 to weapon damage, and -2 to AC. As Ansel
-2 to AC.
Yes.
Oh boy. Yeah, they are all sort of racked with pain and then begin suffering and sickening over their various ailments that the Sickle Moon brings. That, I believe, is your turn.
It is indeed.
Sylaster.
Ooh. Sylaster is umming and ahhing between, in a moment, going, I could try this or I could try this. He looks at the guy next to him. He looks at the Legion in front of him and thinks, we'll give it a shot. He has been dodging, and he's still maintaining this, but that bonus now resets this round.
That's right,
Each
yeah.
round it resets. But in a dipping moment, he attempts to feign over as he then looks to grab Gurgle Gut.
Oh, okay.
So I need to make a touch attack against him, which does not provoke an attack of opportunity.
Cool. Okay, yeah, so you just go for his touch armor class, by all means.
20.
It's an easy strike against his touch armor class.
I was hoping because he was bigger.
He's a big boy.
Yeah, he's a big boy, ain't moving. Yeah, you get him.
Sylaster grabs him, and what he's going to do is he's going to gain momentum by kind of twisting his arm as he does a flip over his arm, and then he's going to attempt to sort of unscrew the momentum of his arm to attempt to throw.
Yes, I remember this. Yes. Okay. What's he got to do?
We need to make an opposed trip attempt.
Okay.
I will be doing mine as a dex with an extra +6.
Can you do strength or dex then?
Yes.
It's got to be strength, isn't it?
I'm taking a gamble here because he seems like a caster, but he's big.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a grapple off, basically, right? So it's just his grapple.
Yeah, so strength or dex, I will do this.
Okay, so he's actually he's all right. He's got
to beat 31.
He's still a devil. You never know. I'm going to roll it publicly. Just I like when we can to see if we can get some public rolls on the go. Or is it just strength? Does it specifically say strength?
Specifically strength. It's not grapple.
I'm so sorry. I was about to try and give myself an advantage there. So actually, it's okay. It's okay. It's reversed. The reflection of the Sickle Moon, 31 and 13. It shines for a moment. He is completely overwhelmed by that. So you're successful in your attempt, Sylaster.
Excellent. As Sylaster essentially does a flip on the spot, using the momentum of his arm sort of unfurling to then launch him 60 feet. Into this one here.
So which one? Into him. Okay. Yeah.
As he's going to land. No, firstly, he's going to land prone.
Yeah, so he flies over there and lands prone.
He takes 25 points of damage from the throw. However, can the Meragon make a reflex save of 17, please?
I will see. Yeah, they are on insane negatives to their saves now. -6, I believe, Dom.
Correct.
So even though they have lots of rolls, it's hard for them. So those 3 are out. All fail.
All fail.
What, the last one definitely thanks to Ansel, but yes, they all fail.
He falls prone and also takes some damage. Well, I need to check. Oh no, I'm sorry. He takes the full damage, and no, I'm talking about else. He takes.
So Gurgle Gut's already taken the 25 points of damage. So we're talking about the Meragon here, aren't we?
He takes 21 points of damage and falls prone.
The Meragon does.
Yes.
So Sylaster, as you throw him, he goes, "What are the 9 hells?" as he hurtles 60 feet across his own base. Smashes into the Meragon, which takes them past their hit point pool, and every single one of them collapses to the ground. Yeah. It's like a strike in 10-pin bowling. They all just explode into infernal fire as he lands painfully on the ground, and they are all vanquished in one strike. Oh. Immense. They all clatter to the ground in what's left of them. They appear to shrivel and burn as they all die together. And that was Sylaster's turn. Gurgle.
Almost.
Oh, okay.
As a swift action,
Yeah.
Sylaster almost appears next to him when he lands.
Zoom.
As I do a swift action shadow blink and teleport. As I then appear behind him, almost anticipating his fall.
He provokes an attack of opportunity. In that case, as he tries to stand.
Pummel.
That's
21.
Do you get the bonus of them being prone as they're standing, don't you? So he was on the ground. You get the bonus of them being on the ground until they're not prone anymore. So that is actually a hit. I don't mind saying his armor class is 21. You obviously beat that with your bonus against him striking him while he's prone. So that is a hit as he's like going, like trying to pull himself up. You zoom appear next to him and just punch him like
For 6 damage, as Sylaster sort of kicks him in the ribs, just like
6 damage. Okay, that's half his movement. The other half, 5, 10, 15. 5, 10. How can he get away from you? 5, 10, 15. There you go.
Sylaster uses his mirrored pursuit to match his movement and follow him to there. That's all he
Oh my god.
So do you get another attack of opportunity in your round? No. So he
it's
still
just
gets to cast. He reaches out a hand and he lets forth a burst of hellish chain lightning. Please make a reflex saving throw as an insane amount of electricity sparkles towards you.
I am not in a shadow hand stance, so it is 17. 29.
You beat the DC. Do you have evasion?
I do.
So he throws that out, and I guess that because it has to hit something to then arc off to its secondary targets, so it doesn't hit you, so it doesn't arc off. So the chain lightning just arcs towards you in all of its lines. How do you dodge out of the way of them?
I mean, since throwing him, Sylaster's been constantly moving. He used the swift action. He used a counter, which is his next round swift action, to follow him here. He's constantly moving. As soon as this thing comes, Sylaster, he's not even where he thinks he is. He's moving so much, this image of Sylaster just isn't stable. He just doesn't know if he's hitting an after image or hitting it himself.
Oh my god, it's insane. He is screaming Wah! As you somehow manage to dance between every blast of lightning that he has in his power. Very good. Well, he got up, moved with the rest of his movement, cast. That's his turn. The Legion Devils, the Maragon are all but vanquished. Obsidian. The snarling of wolves can be heard behind Gurgle Gut. What do you do, and what do they do?
Well, the wolves will
Shockingly.
shockingly head forward and bite him on the ass.
Not the bomb!
And providing flanking to...
I mean, I
They're biting
think...
my bum!
Is he large?
He is large, yeah, he is.
So in which case, if I was to do that, they could both be flanking.
Yeah, flanking with Sylaster. Good job.
Noish. So they will both have their attacks first. So +2 for flanking.
+2, yeah, for flanking.
2. Okay, so Morn, 27.
27 is a hit against him, yep.
And Grief, 17. Oh, Grief.
It is, yeah, good grief. It's a miss, but the other one is a hit.
Do you lose anything on armor class for negative levels? I can't remember.
I
He's
don't
just saying,
think
so I'm
so.
not
It's
really
just
sure.
his everything else. Yeah.
It's just everything else.
And it wouldn't be affected by his dex or anything. So no, I don't think so.
14 and 4 cold. If the
Yes, of
cold
course.
seems to
Oh
affect him.
yeah, does the cold affect him? That's a good question. Special immunities to how much cold damage? He is not affected by the cold damage at all. It does not bypass his resistance.
I know a
to
lot
cold.
of.
Yes.
Yes. He has the same resistance to cold, being a devil, as my 2 skeleton
That's
devil
right.
dogs.
Yeah, he has
I
the
assume that they
basic
have the same traits, yeah.
entry level traits. Yes. So anyway, sorry, 14 points of damage though is nothing to be sniffed at as your wolves start tearing at him. He's like, oh god, as the teeth bite into him.
Obsidian
Yes.
will move. Well, he'll actually occupy. Let's go the same space, really. So he'll sort of go in between his 2 wolves. Because they're large, he can occupy the same space as those guys, I reckon. And as he steps forward, devils, I believe, are immune to fear, so he won't be affected by my fear aura. I'm relatively
Oh
sure.
yeah, I should have said yeah.
Well, he's the first one it's been close enough to try it on. However, I don't believe he's immune to this. Obsidian steps forward, sort of reaches into himself. Kame, and there is negative energy burst.
Yes, bread and butter.
Can he please do? It's gone up a will DC 24.
Yeah, and that's definitely affected
For
by
half
his
the
negative
damage.
levels. DC 24.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
A success, so that's going to be half then, yes.
Okay, so he'll take half. I will roll the whole thing and
Roll
then
the whole
we'll
thing,
halve
half it.
it.
Yeah.
Half of 35, which is 15, 16, 17. So take 17 points of negative energy damage, and Morn is completely healed.
Oh, of course. That's a great little feature. I love that. Of course.
Heal the puppy.
Of course. Amazing. Yeah, so he's just being set upon by the wolf. There's this blast of Well, what's it like? It's been a while since we've seen the negative energy burst Obsidian.
I mean, yeah, he's it's more powerful and more sort of sickly looking than it ever was before. Obsidian really is looking thinner than he used to.
Oh, no.
But when he does this, it's like his physical stature just doesn't matter because the raw necromantic power just unleashes out of him almost in sort of tendrils into the space around him and just saps life from anything it touches.
Oh, I love that so much. And he's like reeling, like, like he's almost like illuminated with the blast of this horrendous necromantic power. With that being Obsidian Stone over, Ansel, it is now your turn. You see that the Legion Devils fall away. It is your turn. What do you do?
Ansel will step over the lava once more and climb through the window like a giant spider, his limbs cracking and creaking.
Big, long,
popping.
stretchy legs.
Yeah. He nods at the shade, and the shade rushes over to affect the devil, although
Yes.
it's a spell effect, isn't it? The Dark Companion, so I don't know if the spell resistance things come into play.
Well, you can just give me a caster level check, and that will tell us. If it is a spell effect, then it needs to be a caster level. So if you'd like to do that, you're welcome to.
Yeah, let's do that.
Give it a
So I'm not gonna have to do
go.
much of that. So it's just your level.
caster level. So whatever amount of levels in that class you have, that spellcasting class or spellcasting classes, plus a d20 roll. And plus any feats you might have, like spell penetration and things like that, if you have that.
You have spell penetration, yeah. So it's plus 2. 18, that was a bad roll.
Is just what you need with a spell resistance of 17, remarkably. So that is just what you need. So that goes through. That was the aura, did you say?
So that was the shade.
Oh, that's the shade. Of course, it's the shade. Of course. Well, in that case, then he's got the shade's withering abilities upon him now.
And I can't very well fire into that combat because there's too much going on. And I don't have the
almost forgot
appropriate abilities.
We just sap everything that we fight in. It's the strangest.
Yeah.
It's slowly whittle away.
Strangest way of fighting.
Great.
So I might as well use another full movement action to join everyone else in the fight.
Yes.
Right. So another 30 feet movement and end there, I think.
Incredible. And now the strangers are all about the idolater. As we're back to the top of the round, Sylaster, it's your turn.
Sylaster can't change stance because he used that counter the previous round, so he can't swift action to do that. And his final boost, again another swift action, moment of alacrity, would provide no use right now because he's going first. So he's just going to full attack with a flank. Punch 1, 34.
Is a hit.
Pow.
Punch 2, 27.
Pow.
That was, sorry.
Yep, there's a hit, yep.
So over 2 punches, that is 28 points of damage.
Bam, bam. Oh, God, he's rocked to the core. He's yelling as you just punch him again and again. You see one of his horns snap off.
Yeah, Sylaster sort of jumps in the air, and as he does, he sort of delivers a kind of a hook to the back of his head, and as he lands with that jump, delivers another hook kind of to his leg, to the back of the knee, to buckle him slightly.
And seeing this around him... Sorry, is there anything else you can do?
That was a full attack.
Seeing this around him, he will raise his hands and go, Wait, I surrender! I surrender! No! Stop! What are you... Please! I have a proposition for you. Would you not listen to me? Would you not listen to me?
Whose turn is it?
It is his turn, but he's saying that to see if there's any hint of you easing up. It's free to speak, so he is doing that. It's free for you to reply.
We made a deal. Your head.
But I can help you.
Obsidian will respond. Devils don't surrender. Die with some dignity. And then we'll follow up with an attack because it's his turn next.
He'll say, "You'll regret that," and he will go to cast a spell, but he will provoke.
How many attacks of opportunity?
1, 2, 3, 5.
5 attacks of opportunity. So can you kill him before he gets the spell off? Is the question. And if he beats the subsequent concentration
that's possibly a critical.
Oh. Okay, yeah, it's possibly a critical.
34.
That's definitely a critical.
23 from Morn.
Yeah, that's
26
a hit.
from Grief.
That's a hit.
Ansel will extend his claws and join in.
Oh, no.
I think I need to do a spell check for that one though. Spell caster level check.
Yeah, you can
that's
do a
really
caster level
eligible.
check.
I won't roll the cold. It's 24 from the wolves.
25.
Yeah, that beats the caster level check. So hang on a second. Was that critical damage for the wolves, Obsidian? No, they just did not. They did. Yeah,
they just both got attacks. It was 24, but obviously they'd normally do more. But it's cold damage, so
before we do the damage,
damage for them was 24.
So that's 20. Okay, perfect. So that's for the wolves, and then let's have a D100 from both Ansel and Sylaster, please, for the
55.
Table. 55.
Did you both crit?
Both of them crit.
Yeah. Yes.
53.
So both of them, you both get critical multiplier times 1. So an extra critical multiplier effectively onto your crits. Roll the bones, baby.
39.
Fucking how many dice?
96.
Yeah, triple.
Yeah, triple.
Oof. And I'm not in a stance, so
it's a bit
3
sexy.
times, right? 'Cause it's
Yeah, yep.
It's on the night of the Sickle Moon, and he's been commanded to kill someone through revenge.
I'm gonna. Obsidian actually can take a physical attack of opportunity. I'd forgotten he had it.
Go on.
I'm gonna wait until we see if the damage has slit this guy's throat instantly.
You can just do your damage if you want, Obsidian. If you want to do a.
Well, that's a 24.
Yeah, you
attack.
You hit. Add it.
It's 1d6 minus 1.
Brilliant.
So it's 4 points of damage from the necro talons. From the sharp little talons he's got embedded in his gloves.
You absolutely slaughter him at the end. It was an insane amount of damage. So we've heard how Obsidian's hitting him. Ansel, how are you hitting him with your coup de grace?
Ansel will just stick his claws right into his back, into his heart. Just
And Sylaster.
Sylaster will channel one of those shadow blades on his hands and just cut across the back of the neck.
Oh, that's cool. I was going to say, I think the two wolves went for the knees.
Oh, yes.
Or to try and drag him to his knees in the first place. So
Yeah.
I would say Sylaster didn't cut off his head, he just cut through the back, so it kind of folds down.
And then he falls into the wolves, and the wolves are just, and just land on top of him and start just tearing him to shreds. Congratulations, you have defeated Gurglegut, the Idolater. Congratulations. Short work. Short work of this agent of hell. There is a grim silence that is only filled by the distant crackling of constant fire. What do you do?
Well, let's do a little search of this room, shall we?
Yeah, give me a search check.
Let's do search checks, everyone. We know how we love those.
Sorry. 16.
I think you should do all the search checks, Mike.
Yeah, with +2.
18.
11.
We can't search.
We're bad at searching.
That's the thing, though. Trick can search.
Okay.
You did this before, so I just asked him to do it for me.
So, who got the best there? That was Ansel, right?
Trick got the same as me. Damn it. Tricky sucked today.
So, Ansel, you are the first to find this. Your search check will encompass him as well. You find that there is some half-finished correspondence where Gurgut is sending preparing to send a missive to the idolaters, telling him that he will be meeting them at the Devil's Crossing, as agreed. And attached, there is a map that unfurls at the touch of this note. And before you, you see the land of Arland and Fayreld. And I'm just going to zoom out and let you guys look at it for a second. It's a nation, or rather lands, that you have a familiarity with. Sylaster and Ansel would have journeyed these lands upon their original quest to head west at the start of the first campaign. And yeah, you've had a few arrows pointing in this direction throughout your journeys, least of all which the agreement that both Sylaster and Obsidian have undergone to deliver a certain coin to the city of Agistel within 24 years to a man named Asono. That in itself perhaps is reason enough to go. But now, this correspondence states that there's going to be a meeting of the idolaters at the Devil's Crossing, and you see that there is a prominent structure scroll on the map that sort of denotes the meeting of a river on like a gorge, effectively. A famous site in the history of that nation. But as we return back to Stone Seat for the time being, the search check also will show you what he had on his person. Let's see. So there is a wand of fireball with 10 charges. There is a ring of protection +2. There is a cloak of charisma +4. And there is a suspicious-looking potion on him as well that will require a check to determine what it is. And knowledge arcana, because the nature of the magic in it will help you find out what that is.
"20 knowledge arcana."
This is a stupefying poison. So any creature affected by this, you put it on a weapon.
Yeah, like.
Put it on a weapon, and the subject must succeed on a DC 19 will save, or take 2d4 points of intelligence damage.
Ooh.
So very good if you want to poison a wizard, for example, or something like that.
Sylaster. I think that's...
I would not want to put
He'll apply it
poison
to his
on my
hand.
bare hands.
No, of course you don't use a blade, do you?
None of us do.
I mean,
It's
I
really
have
hard
sharp.
to give you guys.
What
Yes.
about your wolves? They're not alive. You could...
They are, I mean, undead, so they're immune to poison.
You keep the poison, Ansel. I think this cape would look good on you.
I just literally
the same.
throw the whole bottle in the mouth of one of my wolves so it crunches, and then it.
Bogram, do you like this cape?
I'm trying to look at what I'm already wearing as far as.
What you wearing?
What you wearing?
Oh.
Deep cuts.
Magic, no, and no.
I should also mention that the great axes of the Legion Devils are magic. They do a d6 fire damage on them. So great axe. a d6 fire, and there's 6 of them. So
Wearing a vest of resistance.
yeah,
They'll go to the shared loot.
they'll all fetch a pretty penny for sure.
We always remember to sell our shit.
Well, it's
We're
nice to have
gonna-
the opportunity to sell stuff. This is going to be great.
The charisma thing is wonderful. The cloak of charisma. Just keep it to the side because
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if you... I'm pretty sure
Wearing
you have a
currently.
+4 one, but that's just what he had for his build, so if it's of use to you, then by all means.
I'm not sure. That's what I'm wearing. Cloak of charisma +4. Yeah, no, I had to find it on my sheet. Yes, I already have
We've got matching ones.
Nah.
my
I mean,
my tatty black cloak.
Sylaster could wear it, and then he could hold a full conversation with someone.
I don't know about that.
It's a
Amazing.
lovely shade of purple.
What would +4 do? It would take me to -1.
Oh,
Well,
what?
You'd just be a little less rude.
I think this would be fantastic to sell. Let's put it in the shared loot.
Absolutely. I think that's a great idea.
And then this wand.
And the
Ansel.
ring of... Who's got the ring?
Ring of protection
Ring of
+2.
Obviously, I have my ring of featherfall.
I've got a ring of teleportation.
Oh, yes.
I have a ring of swimming.
I have a spare ring, so I only have 1 ring currently.
Oh,
Same, but you will probably have more. You set up a protection ring, I suspect.
Maybe, but my armor class is better than yours anyway, so if you don't want it, I'll have it.
I'm better than you anyway.
I don't mind.
I don't even need it.
Or is it
Don't even need it by
protection?
ACs.
Yeah, I don't have one of those.
What is it? +2?
+2.
2. What's your AC a minute, Sylaster?
25.
25.
He's fine for it, but he
I
also
am.
does take more hits than us.
Yeah, he does, I suppose. Well,
What's your AC?
I'm going to say, historically, that's not entirely true.
You've all had your fair
seem to
feeling
recall-
about the mix.
I'm pretty sure that I don't think there's a bone in my body that hasn't been broken.
That's right.
Once
15
by
creaks
Sylaster.
when I walk. My armor class is 19.
One of you take it.
You should have that, yeah.
And what is yours, Ansel?
Mine is 17. Which is
Well,
why I
there you
never
go,
enter
then.
combat before I've
I
messed
think
up.
that you should, in that case, have it. Balance us out.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
What is it? A ring of protection?
Protection
+2.
+2. I will keep wearing my ring of swim. For now.
Well, you never know
Even
when you
though-
might need it, you know.
I never
Never
swim.
know.
But it's not, you know.
The last thing you see in your search check, there appears to be a tome that is on the dais up there. I just realised I haven't got rid of those guys. Excuse me a second whilst I just oust them. There we go.
Bye, boys.
Yeah, there is a tome there, and it details the it details why the idolater had come here, why Gurglegut was here. There had been an existing relationship between the idolaters and Darrick Redhaven. It seems that the idolaters serve the same general goal that Darrick Redhaven had, which was to effectively weaken the defences of this realm to make it all the easier for the Knights of the Apocalypse, your primary adversaries in this tale, from basically waking them for their arrival, and marshalling to the call of the omens that they see in various different guises. So there are four. No, there are all of them here. Sorry. So the idolater of Avernus is known as Neverus, or Neverus. I'll put these in the doc at some point as well. So, the idolater of Dis is called Idis. The idolater of the third circle, Minaros, is called Asmorian. Asmorian. I can't even read my own names. That's fantasy names for me, isn't it? Amosruin.
Okay.
Amosruin. The fourth circle of hell is the one that you've already taken care of. Phlegethos. The fourth circle of hell. Gurg or Gut, you can cross off the list. Stygia is a devil known as Sigse. The sixth circle of hell, Malbolg, is a devil named Lagerleg.
Like Legolas.
Lagerleg, yeah. And then the idolater for Malodomini, the seventh circle of hell, Carnia, the eighth circle of hell, and Nessus, the ninth circle of hell, is a devil named Samelicus. And it's curious to see that there is one idolater for three circles of hell.
Is that as a result of something that's happened in the past?
It might certainly be. So you can give me a level check. No, sorry, half your level check, or a knowledge to planes check, because you have heard this in the game, I believe.
I haven't. I don't pay attention.
Ansel, perhaps because you, maybe of all the strangers, and this is certainly saying something, exist very much on the fringes between man and monster, you have your ear to the ground when it comes to this sort of thing. And such is the rumour that the Lord of the Nine Hells, Ascendant Asmodeus himself, long ago claimed Carnia, the eighth circle of hell, from Mephistopheles when he was destroyed by a number of legendary adventurers. One of them was Valdane the Sorcerer, one of them was Theodrex of Hemlon, and the other was Miraculous Mark, who got the killing blow on Mephistopheles. And since then, Asmodeus has taken it upon himself to take over not just one, not just two, but now three circles of the Nine Hell. Malodomini falling when the last connection to it was severed in a volcano known as Malodomini to the far east of the world, which was another story that you were involved in at a different time. So yeah, even though there are 9 circles of hell, Asmodeus controls 9, 8, and 7, meaning there's only one idolater that looks after those 3 as a representative on this plane. So 7 of those idolaters, well, 6, as Gurgle Gut gurgles in a pool of increasing size.
Of various fluids.
Both the wolves seem to lick their lips at the what remains of their lips anyway. The ruin of them. So that's what you learn, and I'll post those names in the doc and stuff.
Very kind.
That's all you get.
Do we want to explore the rest of Stone Seat while we're here?
I see no reason why we shouldn't.
Seems a waste not to.
No stone unturned.
No Stone Seat unturned.
Yeah, so you can make your way out either by the windows that you broke through, or
I can go through the door because it's easier.
Boys, heal.
and they fall into line and they follow you out. Okay, so you all leave this strange-looking monastery. And as you leave, those whispers, for those who understand Infernal, are now undeniable. You can hear them grow louder and louder. As you're all disparate and separated. So you're there. Sylaster and Obsidian are up there. Okay.
I followed Obsidian out of the window.
You've revealed where I hid my dead bodies. How dare you? Never look for the bodies.
They seem to be lined up perfectly outside.
Lined up nice and pretty.
Weird.
So, Sylaster, okay, and Ansel's over there. So you can all see, but at different points, this vast scape, which I will now zoom out to reveal. There is this absolutely vast opening. This looks like it would have been like the central court of Stone Seat. A massive overhang of mountain looms up behind, and this looks like it would have been like Trick was saying, like that what would have been sort of like a cathedral, but the structure itself has been blasted away. All that remains is now sort of like the flat plinth on which a massive building would have stood, and then loads and loads of pillars that are broken and thrown about the place. The earth is open to pouring lava and burning fire, and the voices that call for the pariah in this strange infernal prayer seem to echo, and they echo pointed towards this big platform here.
Sylaster will go back to hearing the air again, giving him his blind sense. He's fairly confident that no one's going to surprise him immediately, so he's just going to teleport to here, have a look around. He sees Ansel. Never mind.
And they're sort of like, it's almost like part chant, part hymn at this point, echoing around you. And as you approach, they just seem to intensify, but nothing bursts out at you, nothing moves to stop you. It's almost like you're being called to this place, beckoned. You can feel there's just this surging feeling around Stone Seat, as if the very environment is alive almost, with the power of it rumbling.
Come along, then. He's waiting for us. The dogs are barking.
Yeah, the wolves are even though
can you hear
dead. No. Oh well, who was it on yours? I don't.
Can you hear them?
Oh, okay.
All night they do that. People that live opposite us.
Oh, that's not ideal.
Walk your dogs.
As a general rule, those of you who watch Roll the Bones, walk your dogs.
Walk your
Walk the
dogs.
so roll the
They
bones,
deserve
bone rolls,
walkies.
walk your dogs.
Walk your dogs.
Be a good person. So you go up this dais, and it's almost like you answer the call, and the voices in the fires around you go low and insidious, almost hungry, waiting for you to take another step closer. And then the voice suddenly changes from infernal to the common tongue. You. And the voice rumbles through each of your beings. Why do you come here?
From the fire specifically.
Yes.
It was requested of us. We are of service.
And there's this terrible kind of laugh that echoes from the fire. Empty words. False promises. I give you one chance to leave or be consumed by the fire that has burned here eternal.
In whose name do you command us?
There is a rumbling replied by this. Asmodeus, do not interrupt our purpose here. He says in a slightly higher voice, do not interrupt our service here. Our purpose here. I give you one chance. Step away or be consumed by the fire. I serve Asmodeus.
And what is your purpose, just so we know what we're not interrupting? Fire of Asmodeus.
You interrupt the journey. We seek our place. We wish to find our way home.
Your place is in hell. Why are you here?
We have dug. We have excavated. We seek to find hell on this plane. Go or be consumed.
They belonged in hell, right? That was. Did they basically just reiterate they're trying to find the way home?
Yeah, they're trying to find a way to hell on Earth, basically. They're hell on this plane, and they're doing it by trying to use stone seat as a method of doing so, seemingly. What they are, you don't know, but you've been warned if you don't move, if you don't leave, you will be consumed by the fire.
Well, I'm not a big fan of fire, boys.
But such a thing.
It is quite warm here.
This isn't right. This is not the way. This is not the natural order of things.
I mean, we're not the natural order of things, Sylaster.
True.
We're not denizens of hell, trying to rip away into our plane, though, equally.
Sylaster looks at his imp and his two demonic wolves and sort of says, Not a denizen, but I'm denizen adjacent. I can't judge too harshly. You're trying to find your way home. Maybe we could be of some form of aid. We don't have to be at odds. We will do what we can to remove you from our plane as fast as possible, whether that be helpful to you or not.
Then you refuse to leave?
We'll go
Say
if you
that.
will.
We'll leave Stone Seat so that we are not consumed by flame. But that doesn't mean that we're going away forever.
Then we must prevent this, the voice echoes through the fire. And surging upwards, there is a column of fire.
Yeah, let's go.
And emerging from the column, there is a gargantuan creature. And from the flames, there comes a towering serpentine figure. A huge spear flaming in its hand. It wreathes and writhes about in the fire as it bears down upon you. That is where we will leave our session tonight.
Oh, that thing is gargantuan.
Oh yeah. So as always, at the end of our sessions, we ask for our thoughts and feelings about the game. So this time, I suppose we're asking, how does it feel to return to the strangers? And we'll begin by asking Matt.
Feels great, actually. It's like an old shoe.
Famously uncomfortable.
I had a blast. I very much enjoyed it. I like the characters. I think they're so weird and they gel together so well, even though they're so weird. I always enjoyed playing as these characters. I enjoyed what we did here, and the combat was lots of fun, even though it was a little too easy for my liking. It's not too easy. No. I mean too easy, as in what you doing, Rob? It's a false sense of security. We're all gonna
He's just
die.
easing us back in. He's just
Yeah, no,
letting
I
us dip
know, I
our
know.
toes in, and then he's going to slap us in the face.
Yeah, for sure, with a giant serpentine devil.
Devil.
Yeah, I think it's just going to take a little bit to get back in the swing of the actual mechanics of the character for me personally, because there's so much to it. I'm lucky that with the Necromancer you have a set spell list, which is so much easier
Yes.
to handle. But then at the same time, it is just remembering what spells are good for what situations and stuff. It's all stuff that you pick up over long-term play, which I had before, and it's all just gone. But even saying that, I think it went really well. And I thoroughly enjoyed having us back together again, and Sylaster and his wonderful lobbing gigantic across the map, which
Oh,
never gets
yeah.
old. And Ansel just
Just chucking
throwing
people about.
just the shade drifting about and weakening everybody. Oh, I can't play anymore. It was great. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Can't wait for
definitely.
more.
And Dom, thoughts and feelings at the end of the session?
Yeah, I echo what Matt said about loving the characters. I know they're all such edgelords, but they're so much fun. Like, they're just fun to play. They're a bit different. They're all really like considering they're all so dark. We came up with them independently without talking to each other, and they just fit together so well. They're so perfect for
They're
each
so
other.
perfect for each other. Yeah, they are.
In terms of character as well as in terms of like how they function in combat, like it's just like, yeah, they fit together like a glove, and it was great fun to get back into it and just have a map that was interesting to go through, but wasn't just fucking us over like certain other things that we've played recently. And like things are logical and aren't just like, oh well, you tried to do something, well fuck you. Say goodbye to all of your items.
All your
Yeah,
items, yeah.
Tried to enjoy it, did you? Enjoy this.
Yeah, so much fun and interesting to see Devils back after the last time we've encountered things from hell and the abyss and the void or whatever it is that they're all from. Yeah, had a great time. Love being back.
Spot on, man. And finally, Michael, thoughts and feelings at the end of the sesh.
Firstly, what you don't know is the Tomb of Horrors exists beyond its campaign, and you all use your characters as every single one, including Sylaster, explode. For more Tomb of Horrors, check out The Tomb of Horrors. It's great. But
yeah, do go back and watch it.
Let's dig up Tomb of Horrors, to be specific.
Yes. Just to mirror what everyone's saying, it's great to bring these characters back in just so weird and wonderful in the way they work. And I think, yes, it was nice to have a nice way to experiment at the start and go, oh, I remember these. Oh, I remember this. And I was quite happy, selfishly. I was able to use nearly all my maneuvers, which was a nice change. I was like, oh, I can use this and this and this. And the abysmal rolls when they happen, that's a standard with quite a lot of us. I love it.
Had 3 ones in that session. So.
But I'm looking forward to what they can do, and from a roleplay perspective, I'm looking forward to seeing how they've all changed over the month since everything that's happened, where they're going. I mean, there's plenty to explore upon in some downtime and as the things come up, which I'm looking forward to, and can't wait for the next one.
Spot on, guys. Just to add to...
I forgot to mention that I loved that Ansel got summoned by the ritual for the echo of the
Sickle
my
Moon.
brain's gone blank.
Yeah, that's fine.
Fucking came up with it and my brain stopped working. Echo of the Sickle Moon, yes. Thank you.
Yeah, so cool. Prudent that is mentioned and used to summon you, but how does she know to do that? That's the question. Not to mirror what everyone else has said already, but just lovely to see them all back together. You all immediately inhabited the characters. It was immediately them, you know. I know we don't play deep characters and always sometimes we put on voices, mainly silly ones, of course. But you could just tell it was them, do you know what I mean? And it was almost like we hadn't missed a beat. But quite exciting too, because they're in like a brand new adventure, and really it's quite a nice jumping on point really for people that may not be familiar with the Strangers. They're just these terrifying harbingers of doom that have immense capabilities, and really this campaign is just going to see whether or not I can throw something at them that can stop them, because they are frightening. They're meant to be frightening, and when it comes to the apocalypse, it's time to fight fire with fire. I'm excited to see what you all think of what is ahead. We have an exciting campaign to go towards, I think. But anyway, always a pleasure. What a strange noise.
Matt's unzipping his trousers.
It's like,
Can't even wait
pencil case.
anymore. It's like-
As always, after a session of Knights of the Apocalypse.
Well, I like to have it out. I like to have it out.
Ah.
Gotta
Excuse me.
relieve some tension.
Now we're finished. I'm putting it away.
Right, I see.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Anyway, for those of you that have made it all the way to the end, thank you ever so much for watching. Please don't hesitate to give us a like, because it just helps other people see these videos, particularly with YouTube being really weird lately. Not that it's ever not been weird to us, but there we are. Ring that bell to have notifications sent to you to let you know that the bones are being rolled. And yeah, from all of us here at Roll the Bones, we say that immortal phrase, that is, bone them rolls.
Bone them.
Don't
Bone
blame
them
them.
and walk your dogs.
Walk your
dogs.
dogs. Walk your dogs.
flipping
There
dogs.
we are. That's the one for the campaign. Walk your dogs.